Well, hello, this is Rosa, rcgkreations. How you doing? We're going to be bringing to you a canning video today. I'm totally out of beans, and the grocery prices are not that great, so I'm going to go ahead and can my own. I buy my beans in bulk. Most of the time, it's from Azure, but sometimes I catch myself, especially if it's a good price, ordering from Thrive. And I'll put it in the description box. There's a lady that sells them, and I'm not an affiliate, but she does really well, and she's got her own YouTube channel. I'll put her information as a pop-up on the thing, and I'll put it in the description box. But you can get in the number 10 cans of the canned beans. Amazon sells them. So there's all kinds of places. In our local grocery stores, not everybody does, but a lot of the grocery stores do sell the number 10 cans. Okay, so what I do is I buy everything in bulk. Then I separate them into my jars. So I got some pintos. Here's what I have left in this jar. I've got some white northern. Okay, these are fantastic for white chicken chili, which is really awesome. And some small red beans. We love our beans in our chili, and so that's why I always buy those in bulk. But what you do is, as soon as you get your beans, I don't care where you buy it from. I don't care where it's from. Number 10 can, bucket, bag, farmer's market, whatever. Get your beans. If they're not already in a container, put them in your freezer for at least 3 days. Beans are just like flour. They have larvae. They can. You just don't know what everybody's conditions are, no matter how well you may know them. This is just part of life. It doesn't matter. So you put your beans in your freezer for 3 days. After 3 days, take them out and then put them in your individual containers, whatever you're going to use. Buckets, number 10 cans. If you were lucky enough to have a sealer that seals the number 10 metal can, that's awesome. I wish I had one, but I don't. Jars, but do yourself a favor. Don't put them in anything plastic. Now the buckets, the food grade buckets, that's a little bit different, okay? But I'm talking like little plastic containers you may have at home, like Rubbermaid or stuff like that. Don't do that. The plastic is porous, and they're not totally airtight. Now, if you have a container, a plastic container that's airtight, okay, but I definitely would not do it for long-term storage. We're talking like 15, 30 years. No. Okay, keep those in buckets, food grade buckets, preferably with a gamma lid that we can get in and out without too much struggle. But you can always get one of the little, I'll put a pop-up of this, the little handle that you can use. I've got 2 of them, and I use them a lot, but I try to use everything with gamma just because of my wrist issues. Plus, it's easier to get in and out of. But most of my stuff is put in jars, and I just, whatever you have, you work with what you have. Don't spend extra money on this stuff. This is just a piece of paper with a Sharpie, pinto beans. I don't even have a date on anything because I don't mess with dates. Okay? So what you want to do is, this one I haven't done yet because I already did my other ones already. Okay, I've got my recipe. Oops, I just lost my recipe. Got my recipe here of how much water, how much beans go in each jar. I've got in here for pints and for quarts, but I'm doing pints because it's just hubby and me, and that's it. So we only need pints for us. Here we go, freeze. Okay, there I am. I got to my recipe now. So what you do is you get your beans. Layer number 1, clean hands, clean surface. You want to sort all the yucky beans. Okay, yucky beans are the ones that are like this, that are broken. They're halfway. See that? Oh, let me bring this up here so you can see that. See, that is, see that halfway broken one? And this is cut in half. It just happens. Don't worry about it. That's just the way it is. I mean, even if you growed these beans yourself and you did this as they're putting them together, you're sorting them stuff, they're going to break. That's just because some beans are just good, some beans are just not. That's just a part of life. Once you've got your beans sorted, now a lot of people sort them by color. You see the color? Let me put that closer together. You see the color of those? Those are 3 different colors. For me, it's not a big deal because there's nothing wrong with them. There's no imperfections. If you start to feel the outside skin falling, discard it. Not a good bean. Okay? It's going to mess up on you in the processing time, then it's going to get mushy. Oh, it's not going to hurt you or nothing. It's just going to get mushy. So I personally save the ones that are different colors as long as they're shaped fine. But anything that's a half, anything that's broken or half, I throw away. And then also use your fingers. You see me? And I'm picking them up and I'm putting them down because you don't realize the other side, because when you're just doing it flat, you don't realize the other side. And here's another one that's discolored, but there's nothing wrong with the skin. So I'm keeping that. So you want to move your fingers around. Okay, then get yourself a jar. I'll just use this jar right here. And these are good beans. Okay. So to save time in the video, because I really want to get this video into a 15-minute process time from beginning to end. Because I'm just basically showing you the steps to it. I'll put a link in the description box of my other video I just did, showing you step by step on the pressure canner and the whole thing for those who are new in pressure canning. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and pre-sorted these already. Here's my white beans. So these ones are the good ones. Here's my red beans. These ones are the good ones. Oh, I didn't have any black beans. Okay. Oh, I have a set over there of black beans, so I'll have to sort those. This is my jar of the beans that I did 3 jars through that were no good. And yeah, let me put them in here. I don't need this jar because I'm not going to be doing any quarts. I just got this for the sake of the video just to show you, because I don't know how many of you are brand new to this. But see that? There is a lot of the beans that are broken, cracked, or they're whole, but the skin's coming off. For me, it's just from my experience. Because my mom and her mom, they did their pinto beans and they boiled them, washed them, the whole thing by hand, because they didn't have pressure cookers. They didn't. This is the modern way of doing it now. Okay, so that's going to be my discard pile. Then you want to do this with all your beans. Okay, and I will be doing that, but I'm just going to show you the main gist of this. So once you've gotten, this is a one that's good. This is one I haven't looked at. So let's just pretend this is going to be my jar that I'm going to work on. I'm going to show you an example of one, then I'm going to continue with the rest, but I'm not going to put it on the video because that's going to take way too long. So this is the one that I already did. I already sorted these, so I already know. We want a half a cup of dry beans. You notice I haven't washed any of these yet, but I'm getting ready to. So you want to get a half a cup, or actually you just get all these beans. Put the whole beans, put them in a colander, and rinse them off, and just rinse them really quickly. Okay, they don't need, you don't want to soak or nothing. You just want to rinse the excess dirt off. Okay. Then you're going to measure a half a cup, and you can put this in your jar. It's only going to take, this is a 2-cup pint jar, it holds 2 cups, but you're only going to do half a cup because when they process, in the processing time of the canner, they're going to triple in size. So they're going to go way up to here. So you're going to put in 1/2 cup of dry beans, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, canning salt, and enough water to give yourself a 1-inch headspace. And if you have one of these little tools that tells you the measurements, it's right in here. Here's your measurements. Where's my 1 inch? 1 inch is this one right here. Okay, no, that's not right. No, my 1 inch is this one. I kind of thought so. I was like, that's not right. 1 inch is the bottom of this ring. Okay, you see that? So pretty much the bottom, can you see the bottom of that right there? So it's the bottom of this ring. So fill your jar with water all the way up to right here. Don't go any higher, okay? Because remember, they're going to swell. So the beans are going to soak up all that water while it's processing. And I believe it's 75 minutes for pints, I think, and 90 minutes. I got to scroll down some more. I put it at the very end. Because I've got the soak method, the no soak method, the cook method, on the stove, and the crock pot. But today we're just doing the no soak method. Yeah, pints are 7, so they're going to process for 75 minutes for pints and 90 minutes for quarts. But all this is going to be in the description box, step by step, a little bit more organized order, okay? So, I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to wash these beans, fill a couple of jars, put them in my canner, and then we'll bring you back, and then we'll bring you back after that. When they're totally through processing, you'll be able to see the beans. Okay? We'll bring you back. I want to bring you back. When you load your water, as you're loading them, there's going to be a floater from time to time, which is a little bean. See, do you see that? I'm trying to see if you can see it in the glare. What you want to do, make sure your clean hands are clean, is just take them out, put them in the discard pile. That just means that bean is not going to be good. And you see a couple there in this jar? Let's see. I can't see from the TV, the glare and the light here. So I'm just going to scoop them out. Put them in my hand. And put them in my discard pile. You want to do that to every jar. Now, what you want to do... Oh, let me get my paper towel. Because you still need to wipe your limbs with vinegar. Make sure you get a clean paper towel. Okay? And wipe them with vinegar. Then you're going to put your rings on. Let me get my rings. Sorry for the reach there. I got one jar that was in my stash with my other jars in it. The jar was dirty in the bottom of it. It's like, that's not like me to put a dirty jar back in my regular stockpile of clean jars, because I always wash them and clean them and sanitize. So you don't necessarily have to do this with vinegar. You can just do a wet paper towel. I'm the old school, and I was just taught every canning process you use a vinegar and a clean towel. So that's what I continue to do. But technically, because there's no oil and all this in here, you can just use a wet paper towel. But it's up to you. I'm going to go with stuff that I've done for years that works. And if it's not broken, why fix it? And plus, I can put the water in the canner, so if I have any siphoning, it doesn't get all over my jars. Because this has got food, you still want to always debubble. So you debubble. Check your ring for any cracks or any imperfections. Wipe your jar. Add your ring. You don't necessarily have to wash them, but if you want to wash them, go ahead. You do your own research. Mine's the 2-finger twist, which is just using my middle finger and my thumb. When it stops is when it stops. So I'm not going to worry about it. So debubble. Check my ring for any imperfections or cracks. Wipe the rim. Get my lid. Screw my ring on, fingertip tight, and continue doing the rest of them. And here's one, my Great Northern. I've got one floater. I'm going to take him out, put him in my discard pile, and I'll do the same thing, debubble all your beans, all of them. Quart, pints, or quarts, it doesn't matter. You always want to anything to do with food, you always want to debubble. Check for any imperfections. If there's a crack, or an uneven something on the glass, or a crack or a chip, I instantly put the food and then grab everything and put it in another jar and discard that jar. Or because I'm so frugal, I save it, but I put a black Sharpie on there. Not good for canning, but I use that jar for like every day, putting leftovers in or putting dry ingredients in. It's okay for that, but it's not good for canning. Okay? Because as frugal as I am, every little bit helps. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing all this to my jars, and I'm going to put them in a canner, and then the next time I bring you back, we'll be, oh, look, there's myself. I got myself a little floater. Do you see that right there? I hope. Well, he's moving around, but maybe you can see it. He's behind that green spatula thing. See that floater sitting there? Right there. See that? That's a floater. Those floaters, just take them out and discard them. We'll bring it back when we come out of the canner. We are back and we're done. There's all my jars. I got 5 jars of red, small red beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 jars of the white Great Northern white. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the pintos. I put a little P on the top of the lid so I know the difference between the pinto and the red. And let me bring you up close. Did you hear that little pop? That means they're doing good. See that? See how they're bubbling, sizzling? Don't touch it because they're very, very hot. They'll be like this for a good, look at that one over there that's bubbling. Now that one siphoned a little bit more than all the other ones because you see all the other ones, the water is way above to the top where I originally did it. So if something happened to that one, that seal may not work, but it might. But as you can see in my water, it did have some siphoning, and I bet you it's that one jar. Because look at all these. These all did well. See those? Those all did well. And these were the ones, the white ones, I'll put all the white ones on the bottom of my canner. So anyway, let me bring you back down. This is my video for the day. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and share. We'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye. Let me know what you're canning today. Take care now. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Hold on. I forgot to tell you. I added on the pintos some pinto bean seasoning. So you can add seasonings to it, like herbs, salt and pepper, garlic powder, things like that if you like to. But it's got to be powder form. Okay? And I forgot to tell you on the pinto beans, I did add pinto bean seasoning that we have. Many, many years ago, I used to make my own pinto beans on the stovetop. This is so much easier, so much better, a lot more time saving. And all I gotta do now when I want a can of some pinto beans, open up a jar, go straight to make. I'm gonna go grocery shopping in my own house. Go to my pantry and get a jar, and we're ready for some pinto beans. Okay, we'll bring you the next. We'll see you at the next video when we're totally done on this one. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye. Did you hear that pop? Okay, we are done with all the jars. They're totally done. Wanted to show you the one that did siphon, and then look, picking up just from the lid, so it's totally sealed, but it did siphon, and all my jars got yucky. So make sure you always wash with hot soapy water all the the lid, and all the jar, top and bottom, because that's food particles, and the bugs can come accumulate because of that, because they smell and sniff that food particles. So we're all set and good to go. We're done, and everything else turned out good. I labeled my lids. Look at this one. I've used this one 4 times. Good seal. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is my canning project of 3 different type of beans. We're good to go for a couple more months. Take care now. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and share. Take care. Bye-bye.